in a few weeks, and I can't wait to be part of that again. But we have NFL football coming up in almost 48 hours. We've got a Thursday night game, and then we've got a full slate on Sunday, which includes the Miami Dolphins breaking the hearts of Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. I cannot wait for that. So fall is here. It's time to get busy with work and school, and summer's over. And we are certainly still committed to covering the PGA Tour and all parts of the game of golf, as we always are. Before we do that, let's give Noah Niederhofer the microphone and give you an uplifting story for the unofficial first day of fall.
This one comes to us from the state of Indiana, Taylor. There is
the distance to the pin is 107 yards.
High school. Shout out to Western Boone High School for all of those people. But Levi LaGrange, he stumbled during a cross-country meet, felt something pop in his ankle. He kind of motioned for another runner to go ahead. And this was a little more than a half mile left to finish in this 5K race. Sheridan High School senior Axel Alleman decided not to pass Levi. Instead, helped him up, hand at his back, and they finished the race together. In fact, Axel
the distance to the pin is 32 feet.
Wanted to make sure that Levi finished before he did in an incredible display of sportsmanship.
Would you have done that?
I probably would not have.
Look at me. I'm just looking. There's no way you would have done that.
Competitive.
Come on.
Yeah, wrestling, I've never taken kind of an intentional loss in wrestling. It would have been incredibly tough for me to do, but I absolutely love seeing things like this. Now, granted,
I mean, if Dustin Johnson rolls his ankle yesterday and all of a sudden couldn't put any weight on it, starts hitting it, left and right and hits it sideways, when the FedEx Cup is in jeopardy, do you think Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele, and John Rahm are going to say, you know what, we're just going to try to hit it where you hit it on every single shot? Come on.
I will say this, though. Where Levi and Axel were in the race, where it really wasn't about winning, they were not competing for a title, I think at that point, not to say that what Axel did is by all means normal. I love that he did it. But I think when you're kind of in either maybe the middle or far back, you know what? It's not about the race anymore. And
I guess.
I love seeing what we saw from Sheridan High School senior Axel Allen.
The distance to the pin is 419.7 yards.
There's no question about that. I don't know if the Olympics, gosh, I want to say maybe in Atlanta in '96, there was an English runner who had an injury, and his dad came out of the stands. I mean, it was a serious injury, Noah, like hurt his knee pretty significantly. Maybe I'm wrong about Atlanta. I think that was about when it was,
the distance
like 96.
To the pin is
133.8 yards. And helped him finish the race, and both of them were tears pouring down their face. I mean, I remember that, and that was a really cool gesture. Another person in the race doing that, that's next level right there.
I believe that was 92 in Barcelona, Derek Redmond.
Yes, that's it, Derek Redmond and his dad crossing the finish line together. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go back to the competitive world. It's time now for the opening bell.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed is good.
The distance to the pin is 17 feet.
Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem.
Whose stock is up and whose stock is down?
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. Super Bowl, a World Series, they don't know what pressure is.
Are you ready?
Looking good, Billy Ray!
Feeling good, Lewis! It's time for the opening bell.
I mean, what Dustin Johnson did in the last month, the last 5-6 weeks, is really Tiger-like. Tiger is prime kind of stuff, where just every single week you know who the best player in the field is, and you're hoping he doesn't either show up at the property
yards.
Or that he has some fluky issue out there on the golf course. DJ, clearly the best player in the planet right now. He had a 5-shot lead to start the final round. It was trimmed to 2 on the back 9. He stayed calm, and he captured the Tour Championship by 3 over Justin Thomas and Xander Schauffele. He does get a PGA Tour victory, his 23rd, and it's his first FedEx Cup title. Not only does he win $15 million by winning the FedEx Cup, but he also, you would think, lock up Player of the Year honors in the process. We'll ask Jason Sobel about that. Justin Thomas and Xander Schauffele were giving chase all day. They were in the mix. Thomas birdied 3 of his first 4 holes, was pouring them in, 5 of his first 7. but he did have bogeys at 2 and 8 that kind of took a little bit of wind out of his sails on the front 9. Meanwhile, Schauffele made birdie at 1 and 3 before he made 6 straight pars to turn in 2 under. DJ had 3 birdies in a 4-hole stretch, 3, 5, and 6, but he made back-to-back bogeys at 7 and 8, and that's when you thought, okay, game on here. Schauffele got to within 2 after back-to-back birdies at 11 and 12, but he had a bogey at 13 that dropped him back to 17 under and 3 back. JT made 6 straight pars in the back 9 before a birdie at 16 that got him to 18 under in within 2 of DJ. But Thomas pushed his drive right into the trees at 17. Meanwhile, Schauffele made birdie at 16, so those two were both 2 back as they were playing the 17th
to the pin
hole.
is 15 feet.
JT was unable to make par on 17. He made bogey, ending his chances, and Schauffele just couldn't get any closer than 2 back on 18. He hit it in the rough. He had to wedge it out. Wasn't able to get it close enough. DJ hits it up there in the right greenside bunker, as Paul Azinger was saying on television. As long as he doesn't hit it left, he's going to lock this up, and he didn't. He hit it right into the greenside bunker, got up and down, make birdie to finish at 21 under, and win the FedEx Cup by 3 shots. And again, it does count as a victory, and I don't have any issue with this. I know that there are other people that certainly do. I don't have any issue with this. I think that certainly if you're the FedEx Cup champion, if you want to count that as a victory for all that you did the entire year, especially what you did in this event, then I don't have any issue. You know, if they would have all started at 0, would DJ have changed his strategy a little bit? Probably so. But he was protecting his lead over the field to start the event, and he wins by 3. Now, Xander Schauffele will receive significant official World Golf Ranking points because he had the lowest total strokes over the course of this 72-hole event at 15 under. He started 7 shots behind DJ.
The distance to the pin is
and was able to play the best golf
154.4
in
yards.
terms of relation to par over 72 holes. But DJ is the winner. He wins the FedEx Cup. What an incredible stretch of golf he has gone on throughout the summer. And afterwards, he spoke to PGA Tour Radio's Bill Rosinski.
DJ, congratulations. It's hard to win on the PGA Tour, and even with a 5-shot lead going into the final round, 3 birdies early to give you a little bit more cushion. Your thoughts on how you played?
Yeah, obviously I got off to a great start, but, you know, the golf course,
the distance to the pin is 71.6 yards.
Holes, and then you know, all the holes on the back 9 are difficult if you don't drive it in the fairway. You know, so, yeah, I mean, you know, 5 shots is never too much.
The distance to the pin is 154.4 yards.
You know, and with the caliber of players that were right behind me, you know, I knew I was going to have to go out and shoot a good score if I wanted to win.
Tell me about the putt at 13, because that was kind of a swing hole between you and Xander. He ends up making bogey, and you had that smoking into the cup.
Yeah, I mean, it was, well, I finally had an uphill putt. And,
the distance to the pin is 154.4
yards.
yards.
A little hard, but it went in the middle. So, but yeah, that was definitely a big putt, big par save. Even though, you know, I just misjudged the chip a little bit. I left my second shot in a great spot. You know, I was chipping straight up the hill there, just in the first cut. It kind of nestled down a little bit. But, you know, made a great putt, and that was kind of, I think that was a turning point for me. You know, had a nice drive on there on 14, a good shot on 15, and, you know, and played coming down the stretch. I played very well.
What does this mean for you in your career to win this tournament?
To the pin is 50
you've won
feet.
A bunch of playoffs events before, but now to be the FedEx Cup champ.
Yeah, well, I've been very close, you know, quite a few times, and so it's definitely something that I wanted to do in my career, was be a FedEx Cup champion, and you know, obviously today I finally got that, and obviously I can't thank FedEx enough for doing what they do for the game of golf.
Finally, you know, Memorial, a couple of 80s, you WD with a 78. What happened after that? Then all of a sudden,
the distance
something
to the
sparked
pin is
you
11
to
feet
this,
and 3 inches.
Unbelievable 2 months.
Well, I just got in a couple bad habits with the golf swing, and so obviously after that I went home, I rested. You know, I wasn't feeling that great. Got some work done, so. But yeah, and then just worked out the kinks, and you know, I knew I wasn't far off. It was just everything was going wrong for a couple of weeks, but I got the ship righted pretty well.
I would say, and you win $15 million as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dustin Johnson with Bill Rosinski. You know, I think that especially in this day and age, the public piles on when they think of someone in a certain way.
The distance to the pin is
regardless if it's true or
181
not.
yards.
I have to say, the more time I have spent around Dustin Johnson, the more I have come to really respect him. He's not somebody that loves to talk a lot. He just doesn't, whether the microphones are on or not. We spent a lot of time together at Oakmont last year when he got that honorary membership, and he co-hosted this show. And in that 24-hour process, when we ate lunch, we ate dinner, we hung out for many hours, and this wasn't the first time we had done that. I just realized that DJ loves being around people. He's a very happy guy, but he doesn't like to say a lot. He likes everybody else in the room.
The distance to the pin is 7 feet and 1 inch.
Be in charge of the conversation, and if there's something he needs to chime in and say, he will. But he's just not somebody that uses a tremendous amount of words. And there are plenty of people probably in your life that are the same way. And I think that he gets penalized by the public for that. Dustin Johnson is somebody that is so committed to being the best player in the world. Yes, he is born with a tremendous amount of physical ability. Nobody's going to argue that. But watching this guy's discipline as he practices, as he trains, and as he plays, watching him in Jupiter, Florida, having gone to Joey's gym in Jupiter and watching this guy make sure he's in the best physical fitness, knowing the kind of meals that Dustin Johnson eats every single day, knowing how obsessed he is with all of his numbers off of TrackMan on every shot that he hits, knowing his distance control for every single club. This guy is so committed to being the best player that he can be. And I have a ton of respect for him and his entire team. Congratulations to Austin, his caddy, his brother. Congratulations to Claude Harmon. Congratulations to David Winkle, his agent, who was one of the best people I've ever met in that business, and his entire team. They deserve this. They really do. So Dustin Johnson wins the FedEx Cup, and you would think would be named Player of the Year. I did just want to reference this quickly because the official World Golf Ranking is recognizing the 72-hole scores. Xander Schauffele, as we said, shot the lowest score over 72 holes. Scotty Scheffler shot the second lowest. And DJ and JT tied for third, 4 shots behind Xander's lowest total. And so why are we telling you that? Well, because it changes the way the official World Golf Rankings work based off of the 72-hole scores. DJ stays at number 1 in the world. Rahm still second. JT still third. Rory fourth. Colin Morikawa still fifth. Webb Simpson is still sixth. But Xander Schauffele goes up all the way to number 7 from 10th. Brooks Koepka's down to 8th. Bryson DeChambeau is 9th. And Patrick Reed is 10th. Tiger Woods is down to number 20 in the world. Love having that music on in the background. So those are the official World Golf Rankings as we look at things right now through the end of the season as we start the new season this Thursday at the Safeway Open. We'll hear more from Dustin Johnson coming up in just a minute, as well as Xander Schauffele and Justin Thomas. And later on, Jason Sobel joins us on a Tuesday edition of The Starter.
Masters Week begins November 9th on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
3 decades ago, LL Cool J released his classic album.
That was my response to people saying that they didn't think I could continue to make great music.
Now, take a track-by-track
The distance to the pin is 462.4 yards.
Premieres Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. On
LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43.
Looking for a better way to start your day? Wake up with the Morning Men on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Evan Cohen and Mike Babchick bring you sports talk from a guy's perspective and break down the hottest stories in sports and entertainment. The guys react to all the late-breaking news from the night before and take your calls all morning long. It's a great way to start your day. Have fun with the Morning Men. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern, only on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82. Presented by Geico. Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies. Visit geico.com for more.
Hey, it's your homie. Sorry, it's your home. I know you don't like it when I call myself your homie. So I have some favors to ask you. Could you get rid of a few chairs in the living room? My floorboards are tired. Another easy thing, we could save money if you bundled your home and car insurance with Geico. one more thing. I know you love lavender-scented candles, but could we try Tahitian vanilla? I think it would fit my vibe better.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
The distance to the pin is 42.1 yards.
The entire NFL family is committed to conversations and actions that move us toward a more equal and just tomorrow. Inspire Change showcases how NFL players, clubs, and the league are joining together to ensure that access to opportunity is a reality for all, and to create progress in police-community relations, criminal justice reform, and education and economic advancement. Learn more about these efforts at nfl.com/inspirechange.
We're behind businesses big and small,
feet.
manufacturers on pause, and retailers waiting to reopen.
Ready.
At FNB Corporation, we're standing behind our business community now more than ever before, with personal guidance, access to capital, and smart digital tools to help businesses of all sizes navigate this fast-changing financial world. So if you or your business needs help getting back on track, we're behind you all the way. Let's get started at fnbcorporation.com.
Find the high-impact hire your business
the
needs
to the pin
fast
is 17
on Indeed.
feet.
You'll find lots of great candidates and no long-term contracts at Indeed.com/high-impact.
The defining moment happened on March 24 at the Players' Championship.
Johnny, that's better than most. How about him? That is better than most. Better than most.
Don't miss the defining moment in 2021 as the Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 14th. To learn more, visit theplayers.com.
The distance to the pin is 383.5 yards.
If you're a business owner, you don't need to tell us that running a business is tough, but you might be making it harder on yourself than necessary. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. It's time to upgrade NetSuite. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information you need when you need it. Ditch the spreadsheets and all the old software you've outgrown. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need all in one place instantaneously. Whether you're doing $1 million
the distance to the
or
pin is
hundreds of millions in
110
revenue,
yards.
Save time and money with NetSuite. Join the over 21,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Let NetSuite show you how they'll benefit your business with a free product tour at netsuite.com/starter. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/starter. That's netsuite.com/starter. Let's hear more from Dustin Johnson on his victory
the distance
in the
to
FedEx
the pin is
Cup, winning
42
the
feet.
entire season. After the round, he had a press conference, and he said he was a bit nervous out on the course.
I was nervous. I always get nervous because it means something. And, yeah, I mean,
the distance
to
the pin is 16
feet. I get
feet.
nervous on the first hole, kind of settled down a little bit, and then obviously the back nine, definitely could feel it just because, a lot of really good players around me, and they were playing well. So I knew I was going to have to shoot a good score on the back nine if I wanted to win.
It makes everybody else feel a little bit better when DJ admits that he is nervous, because he certainly doesn't look nervous. He looks so unflappable no matter what happens out there on the course, whether he wins or he comes close or he has some heartbreaking defeat. He seems to be able to brush it aside and move on from it better than just about anybody you can remember. But he does feel those emotions and those that anxiety and those nerves, just I guess like everybody else that plays the game of golf. He was asked if he's playing the very best golf of his life out there at the moment.
Yeah, I felt like the game's in really good form, playing some solid golf, and obviously contending every week. And that's, I'm playing probably some of the best golf I've ever played. But like I said, there's plenty of room for improvement.
I think that the one thing he'll probably want to improve more than anything is his driving accuracy. Now, Eastlake is a very tight golf course with extremely thick rough, but they're going to another one not just like it, but it's certainly tight and it has very thick rough, and that's Wingfoot, different kind of grass. But you're going to have to make sure that you put the ball in the fairway, so I know DJ will be thinking about that this week. Dustin Johnson is not one of players. He's only won one major He had never won the FedEx Cup before. So he was asked afterwards if he needed this win. The distance to the pin is
9 feet and 4 inches.
Well, yeah, I needed to win. Last week I had the lead, going into the final round. Played a really good, solid round. Made a great putt to get into the playoff, but ended up losing the playoff. So, having a 5-shot lead today, I needed to finish it off. Especially give myself a lot of confidence going into the U.S. Open here in it starts in 10 days or something or less. Obviously get a couple days to celebrate with Paulina and the kids, and then